So body position pretty good. Your hips and legs are not too low in the water. Breathing is fairly comfortable. Your head is coming up a little more than it needs to. So you want to keep that as even as possible. Your reach on your left arm is good. Right arm is sort of coming in and going straight down. I don't recall if you had an injury there. That's possible. But with both arms as well as you can, you want to reach forward. So reach as far forward so that you can get as much water with each pull. Not a lot of kicking going on. So, with triathlon, you want to save your legs a lot for the bike and the run. But having a bit of a kick to support the strokes is helpful, and it doesn't have to take a bunch of energy. So working a bit on integrating a 2-beat kick or a 4-beat kick would probably be helpful. I'll talk about the underwater pull during the underwater section. So main things here would be reaching forward as well as you can and eliminating the sort of up-down motion that you see going on here. Make that as smooth as possible. When you turn to the side, don't lift your head up. Okay, so looking at your right arm, see how your arm comes in and then goes straight down? If you can, you want to reach forward first and then start the pull. So what's going on there is you're missing out on maybe a foot of water. Now that foot won't translate directly to a foot forward, but if some of that could be more thrust, then you'll move faster through the water. Left arm is doing what I would call a straight arm pull, meaning the forearm and the upper arm are more or less in the same line as you go through the stroke when viewed from the side. With both strokes, I think you have the potential to push. So the first part of the stroke is a pull, second part is a push. I think you have the potential to push more through the finish. So that's another thing that you can work on is, sometimes you think about what's going on in the front of the stroke, sometimes you think about trying to push past your hip. See how your hand is coming out right about your hip point? You want to push as far towards your knee as you can. So frame by frame. Now if this isn't an injury issue, then you would want that to go forward. Now you're getting a nice high elbow on that position. So that's a good part of it. However, if you could extend first and then get that sort of angle, that would be better. Then pushing through the stroke here. So now we're in the push phase. Good here, your hand's in the right position. And then here, see how your hand is turned towards your body, looking at your right. And then hand comes out. So maybe a little more on the push phase of the stroke. So left arm, longer extension here. So that's a nice reach, that's good. And then looking at the angle of your upper arm and your forearm, pretty much a straight line. So that's a straight arm style of pulling. If you can get the high elbow catch, early vertical forearm, then at the front part of the stroke, the first third of the stroke, you'll get more water, you'll pull more water or get more leverage, and that will translate into speed as well. And then getting into the push phase of the stroke, coming out a little early. Hope that helps.